All right, good morning, everybody. This should be the August 14th percussion video. If you're in my music appreciation class or in any of the wins for high school or seventh grade wins, this is not your video, okay? This should be just the percussion, the percussion video, okay? That goes for seventh grade and high school, okay? Um, so just looking over our agenda for the day. If you have the seventh grade agenda packet thing. I know high schoolers. I know everything says seventh grade. I'm sorry. I originally was gonna. I originally just thought I was going to have seventh grader percussion not be here, and then y'all started adding y'all's names. Okay. So I'm just using this packet as a way to teach y'all to and save time on me. Okay. If you just look at the agenda for day, August 14th, work, review the treble clef worksheet, lesson 3, whole notes and half and rest, and lesson 4, dotted half notes. Okay. We got a lot of stuff to get through today, and we're just going to get through it. But before we do that today, we got to get some basic stuff done. Just wanted y'all to review over that syllabus that we gave y'all, that I gave y'all, making sure you understand all the guidelines and everything. Obviously nothing's been said or done about whether or not we'll have concerts or not. It's way too early in the year right now to even think to say we're going to do something. But if we do have a concert, I might need y'all to come and do a practice or two. Like I said, it's way too early to even to tell. But with most of my percussion out with distance learning, we'll just see what the future holds. I don't have the syllabus in front of me, so I'm just trying to think. Remember band fees? Those band fees don't pertain to y'all. But if you do come back to school, they will pertain to you. So just keep that in mind. High school percussion, your band fee will be $50. Okay. My junior high percussion, which is just the seventh grade percussion. Okay. You eighth grade percussionists who are doing this, you're the $50 too. My seventh grade percussion, if you come back, yours is going to be 30. Okay. So just keep that in mind. Make sure you leave early. Y'all should remember most of this from last year. Nothing really changed about it. Just make sure you get it signed, turned into me on that 21st, because that is going to be a part of your participation grade for this week. Okay, you'll get a participation grade for this week and a participation grade for next week. So the syllabus is going to be for this week. Okay, so get that signed, turned back into me on that 21st. Just to go over the protocols, the emergency protocols, we got to go over this just in case you ever decide to come back to school. Remember, for fire drill, we go out the front band hall door to the practice field, okay? Don't run, stay as a group, get out there. We will have to maintain social distance when we get out there. Mask will have to stay on, obviously, when we get out there, and so just be ready for that. The tornado drill, remember, in the hallway, we're going to get on our tailbone and cover our head with our hands if there's ever a tornado. And then the lockdown drill, remember the lockdown drill happens inside the percussion room. Now, for that, this is mainly pertains to those the seventh grade percussion. If you're able to come back, the lockdown drill in that percussion room will be a lot more maintainable. Obviously, we're not going to be able to social distance that much in there, but make sure you have your mask. We'll try our best. For you high school percussionists, might be a little bit different because not everybody in the high school band is going to be able to fit in that room. So we'll probably use part in that room and part in the maybe the bathrooms. I don't, like I said, we'll have to look at it. I think those bathroom doors do lock. I'm not for sure. I don't think they do. If not there, then probably the uniform room. We'll just have to wait and see, and hopefully that will never happen. I didn't. Hold on, somebody's at the door. All right, sorry, I'm back. I don't even know where I was at. I was on the emergency protocols. So we went over the fire, going outside, tornado, down the hallway, lockdown drill, and there. Earthquake drill. Usually, for the most part, we might use the earthquake drill. You're supposed to get underneath something sturdy. We have tables out here. We usually use the cubbies too, because those cubbies are, I guess, stable. But that's what we usually use. So if we have to do it in a cubby, just make sure you pull out whatever instrument cubby you're getting in and get underneath the cubby, duck cover. It's semi sturdy, I guess. All right. So now that we've got that out of the way, I mean, I try to get that out of the way as quickly as possible because it's stuff that you should know. Obviously, if you were here, we go in greater detail. But since it's just percussion I'm working with, I'm trying to get y'all a little ahead of schedule, just so that I can get back into teaching the fundamentals of mallets and snare. Um, with us not having that last 9 weeks, we missed out on a lot of snare stuff, especially for my 7th grade percussion. We missed out a lot of snare stuff that I need to get you ready for this year. So that's a little bummer. Remember, if we do get back to a normalcy next year, remember that you will have to, as an 8th grader, will make you test into the high school band. Because once you get in the high school band, we don't have time to sit here and teach you techniques as much. We'll teach it to you, just not as much, not every day. You learn different things. You'll learn other stuff every day. So, I mean, there will be days where we teach you techniques, but by the time you get in the high school band, you should know the majority of the techniques to be able to just go. Okay, so we will test you into the high school band, and if we feel like you didn't pass the test, we'll put you back down into the 7th grade percussion class. Okay, so make sure you're doing the stuff at home. Okay, one of the things that I'm probably going to use with y'all if I can get it done. I'm waiting on is something called the Percussion Club. It's this Arkansas State University percussion teachers doing like an online class, and I'm going to use it with the 6th grade percussion. And I'm gonna try to use it with y'all too. I just don't know how it's gonna work really yet. Okay, I'm still waiting for the registration for that to open up. It's supposed to open up on the 17th of August, so we'll see. Other than that, just make sure you're doing everything I've given you to done, and you should be fine. Okay, you should be fine. Okay. At this time, I'm fixing to transition to outside in the band hall to get on that whiteboard. So at this time, if you need to pause the video, pause it, get out your treble clef worksheet, okay? The treble clef worksheet, get that out. All right, here I'm in the band hall, in the main band hall. The main way we're going to do this is probably on this whiteboard. I might look into doing something a little bit better. It's got a little glare that I don't like, and I'm trying to place it in a place where it doesn't have no glare at all. So we'll just go and see how it does. I did forget to tell you, okay, your bell ringer, okay, you need to do your bell ringer real quick. I so totally forgot that. You need to make sure the first thing you do every day is this bell ringer, whether I remind you or not. Because when you turn it, just pack it back in, I gotta have the bell ringers because it's gonna be another participation grade, or I might count it as a homework grade, the bell ringer. So make sure you're doing the bell ringer, okay? We'll go through it real quick. Take like, if you got it out already, take like 10 seconds to do it, okay? Let's take about 10 seconds, all right? Okay? Shouldn't take you no more longer than 10 seconds, okay? I'm gonna pause the video. All right, so by now you should have the bell ringer done. We're not gonna go over it. That's just for you. Every day you'll have a bell ringer that's just like this. Just make sure you do it at the beginning of class. I'll have to remind myself to do it, to get y'all to do it again. Okay. First thing we're gonna do, if you look on the lesson plan for the day, okay, it tells you the lesson plan for the day. It tells you everything we're gonna do. This should be a much shorter video today. I'm sorry for the long video last time. Okay. So we're just gonna start with it. We're just gonna go down the list. Okay. We're just gonna review this treble clef worksheet. You should have the treble clef worksheet out. If you don't need the treble clef worksheet, that's better. Okay. The sooner you're able to get this done, the better. Okay. But Keep up with the treble clef, okay? I do need to tell you this. Make sure you keep the treble clef worksheet. I don't want the treble clef worksheet back. You keep it for yourself, okay? Um, okay? Keep treble clef worksheet for yourself, okay? Don't give it back to me, okay? So first thing we're going to do is just going to do a little bit of review, okay? Um, if you remember our saying, okay? If you can remember the saying, every good boy does fine, okay? If you can remember that saying, every good boy does fine, okay? I don't know if you can read that. Let me see if I can push it over, okay? Every good boy does fine, okay? I don't know if you can read it. I hope you can. Looks like you can a little bit, maybe. Okay? Every good boy does fine. If you can remember that, you know the letters for the line, okay? And make sure you always start from the bottom and go up, okay? Every good boy does fine, okay? So we got every E. The E is that bottom line, okay? So make sure y'all can see it. Okay, then we got G for good, okay? G is the next one. And we got D, middle line. D will always be middle line. If you can remember that, D, middle line, D, middle line, D, middle line. If you forget the saying, the saying of every good boy does fine. If you forget that, if you forget to put the face in the space, you can at least try to remember D is middle line. Okay, say it to yourself. D is middle line. Okay, and then you got after D, you got, oh shoot, I said that wrong. I'm so sorry. I'm terrible. Y'all are probably laughing at me right now because I did that so wrong. And I wish I could just go back and re-record this, but I'm not going to take the time. Okay, scratch the D. That was supposed to be B. That was supposed to be B. My bad. I'm stupid. You're smart. Okay, that was supposed to be B, not D. So B equals middle line. B is middle line. Say that with me. B is middle line. I'm stupid. You're not. Okay. After B, we have D. Okay. D. E, G, B, D. I hope y'all caught my mistake. I swear. I can't believe I made a mistake like that. Okay. So we're at every good boy does. Okay. Now we got to add in our last letter, F for fine. F for fine. Every good boy does fine. Okay. Those are our lines. If you wanted to write down every good boy does fine, that's fine. Whatever you need to do, okay? And then now going on to our spaces, okay? Face. Oh, I'm writing this weird. Writing this sideways is not good. Face equals space. I don't know if you can read that, okay? Face equals space, okay? You're going to put a face in the space. So we're going to write it out. F A C E. Okay, F A C E. Now, if you didn't write this out, now obviously, if you wrote this out on Thursday like you're supposed to, you would have saw my mistake of the D and been like, this dude doesn't know what he's doing. Why is he even a music teacher? I'm a teacher. I'm allowed to make mistakes. Okay, I make mistakes all the time. Okay, so